Oh my God. Y'all know when I get into my talks, I drink. And y'all, this alcohol I drink, I need to put something in it. Because I'm basically take a shot. We're talking sex. I asked my Instagram followers what were some questions they had regarding sex. Some of them definitely thought I was getting into my sex life. So they started to ask some questions that were off the rails. And we're not doing that. Y'all thought y'all was slick, but y'all not. So we're talking sex on a psycho ed level, giving you all some information. I kind of get personal with my beliefs, but that's it. I would love to start this video off with talking about consent when it comes to sex. Of course, consent when it comes to anything, but consent when it comes to sex, people get it misconstrued. I don't want to be pointing at y'all, but listen. I got a little handy dandy note card with some notes on the top to keep track of me so I'm not rambling everywhere. This is just what it's for. Consent. Always get the person's consent. Sex should always be consensual. Any type of sex. It needs to be consensual. Get their consent. No means no. Let's get that out already. No means no. Okay? If you feel like you have to give the person alcohol, give them drugs for them to have your consent, that's sexual assault. If the person feels like they have to give in for you to leave them alone, that's sexual assault. If they say no and you assume that they really want it, oh, she don't mean that, he don't mean that, they really want it, no matter how much you feel the person could want it, if they say no, no means no. Okay? Keep your hands to yourself, keep your mouth to yourself, keep your body parts to yourself. Because these are grounds of sexual assault. And I just want to start this video off with that. I don't play about sexual assault from both parties, from male, female, from whomever. I don't play about sexual assault. If the person says no, if they're giving off the vibe that they are not comfortable with this, please pick up on that. And also, if the perpetrator is being too much, they're doing too much, and your intuition is telling you, you know, they're doing too much, you will get this feeling. Your intuition will definitely give you a feeling. You know, you'll start to feel funky. Your spirit may start to feel disturbed. The spirit of discernment is real. Get up out of there. Protect yourself and get up out of there. No means no, regardless. Regardless, because these are under the lines of sexual assault. Sex should be consensual. Any type of sex. So, the first question I got was body counts. Do body counts matter? Body counts should not matter. I feel as if body counts only mattered when we were in high school. Right? And in high school, when people started to have sex, and kind of like in college a little bit, you know, people would ask, well, what's your body count? Who cares about what my body count is? Who cares about what your body count is? Are you being safe sexually? Are you practicing safe sex? Are you getting tested regularly, regardless of if you are in a serious relationship, regardless of this is the last person you've been with for the past 6 months, year, 5 years, 10 years? Are you still getting tested? Are you being safe? You know, I do feel that if body counts do not matter, your health status matters. Knowing your health status, being okay with knowing what your health status is, regardless of what your health status is, you are still lovable. You can still get married. You know, you want kids, you can still have kids. I definitely feel as if the STI, STD research and formulations now has grown tremendously than when they first started. And with HIV, if you feel as if you come in contact with someone with HIV, you can go to the emergency room, and they will definitely assist you with that. It's a pill that you can take within the 24-hour window. And, you know, medication has definitely come a long way than what it used to be. And I'm here to tell you that if you have an STI, if you have an STD, if you have HIV, you are still lovable. You are still able to date. You are still able to mate. You are still able to be yourself. You're still you. You still have the means to be you. And don't let it take a toll on you. Don't let it be your diagnosis. Don't let it have so much of an effect on you. Be aware of it. Always stay safe. Stay safe for yourself and for your partner or whomever you may be with, whomever you may be dealing with. Always stay safe for you and them. But don't feel as if you're not lovable, because you are. You are. So body counts to me do not matter. Your health status matters more. And, we can even go get tested together. Let's take a little date down to the clinic. Or on the same day, you go to your doctor, I go to mine. We come back with the results and we share these results over dinner. I've seen that. Was it on Love and Hip Hop? I've seen that. I think it was on Love and Hip Hop. Don't get me wrong. I think it was Joe Budden and his girl at the time. They were getting tested and they were sharing the test results over dinner. And it's like, it's okay. Whatever your result is, it's okay. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're useless, because you can still be used regardless of your health status, regardless of who you are. And I will just say this, period, like, God will use whoever. So you're still lovable. You're still able to date. Don't be ashamed of your status, and don't withhold it from your potential partners and your partners as well. Be honest. And it may be hard. You may have to process it on your own. You may have to go to therapy. Definitely, I'm an advocate for therapy. You may have to have that conversation with your therapist on what that feels like, what that could look like for you. But definitely be honest about your status, okay? It's gonna be okay, regardless, because we're all lovable out here. The next question was about, or the next topic was about threesomes. Let me take a sip, because I feel as if, because it was from a male, I feel as if threesomes don't hit how y'all think it's gonna hit. And I will tell you why I say this. This ain't why, y'all. This is not why. It ain't wine. It ain't water. Oh. But did I go on that rant? I went on a rant a couple videos ago because my mom drank all the wine. So the wine is gone, and all I have is alcohol. And I know for me to really feel it, don't mix it, girl. Just go ahead and do your little sips and shots and treat it like some wine. So if I'm over here being crazy, it's the alcohol fault. When I say I feel as if threesomes don't hit how y'all think it is, it's because I was having a conversation with a guy yesterday, and he mentioned threesomes as well. So he was saying, like, how you gonna keep your man happy? I believe, threesomes twice out the year, that's not that bad, and you can do it with your best friend. Like, excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? Now listen, I'm not trying to say that I'm against threesomes, but threesomes in my relationship and in my marriage, in my world, are non-existent. Because for one, I'm stingy. I don't like to share. Even when I'm just talking to a dude, I want to be the only chick that you're talking to. If I'm sexting a dude, I want to be the only one that you sexting. You sexting other people, we can't do this. And this video is not meant for kids. I will say that. It's not meant for kids because Even though I said it's going to be a broad topic, I do feel myself kind of getting personal, but to a certain extent. You know, if I hear a guy bring up a threesome and he tries to have a conversation regarding it, and I've already told you that I am not into threesomes, and you say, well, how are you going to keep your man happy? That's a red flag for me. If you bring up a threesome anyway, I mean, I don't want to say if you bring up a threesome regardless of the fact, because some people, you know, they have that thought like, okay, let me just see how she feel about threesome, so let me just bring it up. It's okay to bring it up, but what's not okay for me is when you continue to talk about it, and is when you try to manipulate me with it by saying, well, how are you going to keep your man happy? Well, there are different ways to keep my partner happy. There are different ways to keep your partner happy if you are not into threesomes, if you're not into certain things. There's always, like my mom says, she uses this metaphor all the time. Where she get it from, I don't know. She says there's always, you know, there's more than one way to spend to she says there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I wholeheartedly believe that, because just because I'm not giving my dude a threesome, just because I'm not giving my husband a threesome, does not mean I'm not making him happy and keeping him happy. What makes the stallion say switch my wig make him feel like you're cheating? I got 3 to 5 wigs in his closet. You want a threesome? During our sexapade, give me a minute to switch this wig. And now you got a whole different chick. Because when I put my wigs on, these are different personalities, okay? Already as is. Here's the thing about people being into threesomes. Because people are really into threesomes. Couples are into threesomes. They're into polygamy. They want to be a throuple. All of that. And nothing is wrong with that. So if you and your partner are discussing a threesome, you all have the same beliefs regarding it. You all talk about it from front, middle to end. And even after that, because, you know, things happen. Who contacts who? How will this look for us? What will this be like for us? Will we like to continue this? Have that conversation. Have that conversation and have it thoroughly. Have the conversation of the threesome. What it'll look like for y'all. Who will contact who? How will this look? How often are we going to reach out for the threesome? Will it be different people? However you all feel comfortable with this experience, talk about it. And I mean more than surface level conversation, because what if the third party reaches out to one partner but they don't reach out to you? You know, you got to talk about that. You got to talk about all the realities, all the possibilities of this. And it may not be easy for some. For me, why you hitting up my man? You think you're going to be on the side trying to get something from him and I'm not a part of this? But that's just me being territorial, me being stingy. If you and your partner, you and the person that you are wanting to engage in a threesome with, if you all are comfortable with it, you all have had this conversation, you all have discussed what it looks like, what it'll look like in the future, what it'll look like going further, boom. And you all agree. You all agree, go at it, have it, enjoy. It happens, like, you know, you have the swingers and the orgies. If you all are okay with that, you all agree to it all across the board, you hear each other's perspectives out, you hear what it will look like for each other, do it. Because you all have had the conversation, you all have discussed the expectations. Always talk about your expectations, always, and go at it. But for me personally, when I hear a guy mention that, he's into threesomes, like I say, he can bring it up and I'm going to shoot it down. But if you continuously bring it up, it makes me feel as if you like women. You like multiple women. And you would like to try it out. You want to see what it's about. Not only this is me, this is my own personal, I'm speaking from a personal experience right here, because stuff comes up for me with it. So if you're with me and you bring up a threesome, I'm then looking at you, side-eyeing you, because have you been reaching out to other women? Because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Dudes, whomever, your partner be having these fantasies and fetishes. And you could be in a relationship with him, with her, and behind your back they messaging other people, and they think it's nothing light. They think it is something light and all this and all that. And I've seen guys on my social media post threesome pictures and all this and all that, or they find me attractive, I'm pretty sure sexually attractive, and they'll reach out to me, but y'all got a girlfriend. So it's like, you like women, you're in a relationship, but you of course, you like women, you like multiple women, and you may want to explore that fantasy or that fetish. And I'm not that one. Don't ask me to be a part of it. Don't ask me to engage in that, because I'm not that. Point blank, period. For me, a threesome is a deal breaker. And when you have a deal breakers are if someone can't communicate well, they have lack of communication, and you can't see yourself beyond that. You can't see yourself with that person regarding this preference. Preferences are kind of deal breakers. They kind of go hand in hand. So when there's a deal breaker, example, a deal breaker for me, I'm not engaging in the threesome. I'm not. And if the guy that I'm talking to, he's like, oh yeah, I like threesomes. Okay, cool. Enjoy that. I'm not being a part of that, because if you have a deal breaker that you do not want to start that relationship, and I don't think people are really aware of that. When you have deal breakers, when you have certain preferences of certain things, that and the person could kind of go against that. They could have a different perspective, they could have a different view, but if it does not align with your views, it's a deal breaker. It's a certain preference, it's a certain way that you would prefer things. If it doesn't align, if you all do not align, do not start that relationship, because it's gonna be problems. I've seen it. I've experienced it. It's after the honeymoon phase, after y'all being so googly-eyed over each other, it gets real. So, like I say, there's different ways to keep your partner happy if you are against threesomes. But if you are for threesomes, talk it out. Talk it out. Talk it out. Talk. Not communicating is communicating. I will say that. That's a fact. That is true. Can we please discuss foreplay? Because people like to start the car without warming it up, or people like to drive out of the parking lot without warming it up. It helps. I'll say that. I noticed some individuals aren't for foreplay. They aren't for toys. They aren't for certain role plays, and it's like, this will enhance your partner. This will enhance your sexual experience that you are trying to have, and you're skipping it. And it's like, you can't do that because you're trying to drive out of the parking lot. You drive out of the parking lot without your car being completely warmed up, it can have issues. It can't produce how it needs to. And you don't want to mess anything up. You don't want to, tear anything, have an oil spill. You don't, you don't want to blow the alternator. It's just, regarding foreplay is, to me, foreplay to me is pleasure for you and your partner. It's a warm-up phase to this wonderful experience that you all are about to engage in, and it's something that you cannot miss. There are individuals who feel as if they could just hop in the car, start it, pull off, and that's not how it works. Or they hopping in the car, they want to be warmed up. They would love to warm themselves up, but they're not trying to warm their partner up. And to me, that's unfair. Because who in their right mind? A relationship is beneficial. A relationship should be mutual. I always feel like relationships should be 50-50. Now, if you're a person who doesn't mind warming your partner up without getting your warm up, that's different, because that is possible as well. But as for me and my house, we warming things up right here. Don't you dare come over here. We warming things up. Look at my lip print. We warming things up right here. Don't you dare think you gonna come into this parking lot and pull right off and expect me to pull right off with you, because that's not gonna happen. It's not. And I was having a conversation. I like having conversation with guys, because guys feel like they know it all. They know how to do it all. They know how to just do everything. You're wrong. Because no, seriously. I do feel as if guys feel as if they know everything, but it's like, you don't. I was having a conversation with a guy, and he was saying how he enjoys oral sex and how he, acts on it. And he was saying, what was he saying? He was like, I used some candy or something like, and I'm like, her vagina is screaming. Because you can't use certain things on the female vagina, okay? Because you got a risk of a yeast infection. Her pH could get thrown off after this. The vagina is delicate. It's delicate, and you have to be cautious with her. So using candies, putting syrup down there, sugars, and all this, you have to be cautious. It might look good, but it may not feel good. The next couple of days, it may not smell good. So with the vajayjay, you have to be delicate. You have to treat her like she's a newborn baby. You have to treat her with care, because one slight thing can throw her off, cause her a yeast infection, all of that. So guys, whomever, whatever gender you are, and you're trying to warm up your partner, be careful and delicate with the vagina. Okay? Okay? Yeah, it's okay to be careful and delicate, because men don't experience the yeast infections, the pH balance being thrown off. I don't think they experience that how a female can experience it, So just be delicate. The candies, the fruits, and all that other stuff, yeah, we can do without that. We can do without that. You don't want anything to get inside and throw things off, okay? Those are the main things that I definitely wanted to point out regarding sex and having this sex talk. Definitely always have consent. Body counts to me. I feel as if body counts to society should not matter. What matters is your health status. What's your status like? Regarding threesomes, at the end of the day, with threesomes, at the end of the day, with I guess the topic of body counts and your health status, be sexual. I do think society places this hold on us to where it's like we can't be sexual, we can't have sex with all these people, we can't bring people in. Listen, be smart, be safe, be sexual. We're sexual beings. We're sexual beings. And enjoy, be safe regardless of the fact. If you don't learn anything from this video, if you don't pay attention to anything else in this video, be safe, know your health status. And what else? Oh, regarding oral sex, warm each other up, knowing what the person like, foreplay, dressing up as a little schoolgirl, Batman and Superman. You know how Batman saved the girl, or he was trying to save the girl because in the Dark Knight she died, but Batman, he had a crush on her, he was trying to dress it up, role play, get you all's gears going. Like, always have a safe word, because things get too far. Always have a safe word. You don't want to harm your partner, but you really want to make them feel good. And be cautious of oral sex and how you perform it, because you don't want things to get thrown off, and you don't want certain type of infections regarding the female genitalia. Okay, end of my video. Whenever you like your sex, but take your partner into account, and you all enjoy that. Okay, so I just really wanted to have this sex talk video because sex is all around us. Sex is on TV, sex is in the songs, sex is in the media, sex sells, sex is always going to be around. So definitely be smart, be safe, and be sexual. Okay, see you all in the next video.